Hey folks, Bob Reese here with the Guides Forecast with your report for Thursday, August 19th, Lower Columbia River, buoy 10 fishing. As you can see, the weather here was not my favorite. We had some winds, some strong winds in the morning. I didn't do an early start, started at 8:30 again. And I missed a little bit of action on the last trickle of outgoing tide. I pulled out of the West End mooring basin, and was catching the beginning part of the flood tide. I had heard one boat had some good action in front of Hammond on the first part of the flood, so I popped in at about Warrenton there. We did not get a lot of action. I guess we had one bite off the bat on a spinner and the bow rod at 16 ounces, about 12 strips. That one didn't stick. Fished a while longer, hovered around the bridge on the Oregon side for a while, only saw an occasional fish. I was sticking to the Oregon side given the fact that yesterday's bite, the best bite of the day, was up in the anchorage at high tide in the first part of outgoing tide. So I was putting all my marbles in that basket. That's never a good idea, but that's just what I did today. Didn't work out so well. The bite did not materialize like it did yesterday, but the few fish that were caught up there were really caught in the same area from about the Coast Guard station where the buoys are maintained there, just on the downstream side of Tongue Point. About halfway down to the bridge, a little downstream of the East End mooring basin. That's where most of the action was. People trolling for kings, mostly in the midwater. There were a few people that were trying on the bottom of the river, but that wasn't going so well, so the Chinook were suspended on that weaker outgoing tide, and most people were catching between 25 and 40 on the line counters. That's about 12 to 18 strips. And we got a nice Chinook there on a spinner, brass, red, white tip, size 3.5. So that was the morning so far. So yeah, that bite did not materialize well at high slack in the first part of outgoing tide. Washington side did not produce very well at all today. Definitely a quirky day for Chinook here on the Lower Columbia. A few coho caught, but you know, coho weren't a factor at the buoy 10 line either today. Tides continue to be on the increase, so you'd think that stronger push would maybe vacuum some fish into the river, but not the case today. There was one charter boat, probably more than one charter boat, but I heard the reports from one charter boat came in from the ocean. It definitely was kind of sloppy out there, but they came in with their limit, so there are coho still outside. I think it's crazy for a small boat to consider ocean fishing right now. I think it's kind of crazy for charter boats to consider that, but that's the game.